Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. They still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want they're doing early in this game.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end. Touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, it's Patterson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Off play action. Jones. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the two-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, they felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
For the point after.
So So now 2 pick-sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
21-0, our score after 1. Here's Jones. Off play action. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Vinny Curry, the defensive end, got there off the edge.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is it something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Eagles 28, Giants nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Jones to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. John Hightower, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles continue to roll. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Eagles 31. Giants.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Operating from the gun. Jones eluding the pressure right. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun, Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. And it's up and good.
Eagles 42. Giants nothing.
Now after the touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, he's going to let one fly for Tate. And got his man complete.
Jones pass.
And all the way down to the 35. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 45 yards. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to find something.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they...
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Dexter Lawrence, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Hurts sets up to throw it. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And the lead will swell by one more. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Jones looking for Shepard deep. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7,
touchdown, Philadelphia! Chris Watkins, 81 yards, and the Eagles are pouring it on.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels. And as is exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Jones now off the play fake. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick-6s from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick-6s in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
That's complete to Hightower. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Eagles first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run it...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jones and the Giants now with a first and 10 at their own 18. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Right at the line of
he continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. With it is Jackson. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this defender's giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 52 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might have wiggled out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And a yard.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 17 yards out. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one. You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Mark Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins there to make the grab. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So now again, the Eagles will go for two. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
2 yards.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Intercepted. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
Off play action. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30.
Jones.
It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now Jones, he's going to let it fly. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be taken in by Hightower. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Here we go. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Second down, here's Hurts. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
At the 30-yard line.
Hey, 1-7. Check, Mike, check.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.